In 2020, when the country was still reeling under a major pandemic, the BJP government used the route of an emergency ordinance and pushed through 3 controversial farm acts that would corporatize agriculture and deregulate agriculture markets. These acts were passed despite major opposition from farmers, parliament members, and state governments flouting democratic processes.
Opposition wanted a vote and on the farmers bill, and BJP did not want to vote because they did not have the numbers. This story does not end here.
Farmers launched a massive protest called Dilli Chalo or Let's Go to Delhi campaign, headed by farmers' organizations of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, but supported by farmers from across the country. Their demand is for the government to repeal these 3 acts. The Dilli Chalo struggle has been supported by students, workers, environmentalists, urban citizens and many other social organizations from across India. Yet despite these major mobilizations, the government and the Prime Minister continue to defend these acts for which the farmers were never consulted. It is now, after the laws have been passed, that the government is trying to convince the farmers that this is for their own good instead of listening to farmers' own demands.
सरकार तैयार नहीं है किसान से। अरे ऐसा तो कभी अंग्रेजों के शासन में भी नहीं हुआ था कि आंदोलन करने वाले को कभी रोका गया होता। अगर ऐसा ही आंदोलन करने वाले को रोका गया होता तो महात्मा गांधी जी आज देश को आजाद नहीं कर पाते।
But let's revisit some of the government's arguments in support of these farm acts and understand why these myths propagated by them are faulty.
किसान पे पहले भी प्रतिबंध नहीं था। किसान को पहले भी वो स्वतंत्रता थी, वो मंडी में बेचना चाहता तो वो मंडी में जाके बेच देता था। अगर बाहर उसको उसकी कितने से मिलती थी तो बाहर बेचता था। ये प्रचार मात्र है सरकार का, भ्रमित करने का कार्य कर रहे हैं कि अब इस नए कानून से ही किसान को स्वतंत्रता मिली है। ये बिल्कुल झूठ है। एमएसपी से खरीद तो 6% होती है, 94% तो मार्केट में ही बेचता है किसान। और किसान को कहीं प्रतिबंध नहीं था, वो अपनी लोकल मार्केट में बेचे, कहीं बाहर जाके दूसरी मार्केट में बेचे, मार्केट से बाहर बेचे, वो चल रहा था।
Just because you remove the APMC restrictions, it doesn't mean that farmers, that tomorrow companies are going to buy directly from farmers.
These local private traders would in fact become the aggregators for the large corporations. Of course, the government knows that it is political suicide to say upfront that the MSP and the procurement regime would be dismantled. But clearly that is the direction in which it is moving, and the farmers are clearly sensing that. If the government was serious about MSP, why could it not be embedded within the law? Why can't a floor MSP be laid out that provides a benchmark price for private players to operate around?
अमेरिका और यूरोप कई दिनों से हमारे एमएसपी के खरीदी पर और स्टोरेज पर ऑब्जेक्शन ले रहे हैं। वो कह रहे हैं कि एग्रीमेंट ऑन एग्रीकल्चर में आपको जितनी सब्सिडी देनी है 10% की लिमिट है, जो उससे ज्यादा आप सब्सिडी दे रहे हैं। और इतना ही नहीं तो हमारे शक्कर के ऊपर ब्राजील का ऑब्जेक्शन है, क्योंकि हम शक्कर इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी लगाते हैं, एक्सपोर्ट सब्सिडी देते हैं। हमारे दूध के ऊपर न्यूजीलैंड का आक्षेप है, और हमारे दालों की खरीदी पर कनाडा और ऑस्ट्रेलिया का आक्षेप है।
यही व्यापारी बाहर दुकान खोल लेंगे, यही व्यापारी अपना जो इनका जो ग्राहक है उसको मैसेज करेंगे कि मंडी में आने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, बाहर आ जाओ, हम बाहर आके बैठ गए हैं।
It is like BSNL. right? Ultimately, what happened? I mean, BSNL closed down. It's not that the government didn't close down BSNL, right? But today, none of us have BSNL connections. Right? So there's no point in saying that no, we are not going to destroy the APMCs, etc. The fact is, you are creating a certain regulatory system where you are saying that if you sell outside the APMCs, you don't pay any taxes. It's one thing to say that you don't pay any market fee. Here, you are saying that any trade will not even attract state taxes. So basically, you are creating a Cayman Islands or a Mauritius, or I mean, this is tax avoidance. You cannot be doing this. And if at all there is competition, it cannot be on the basis of whatever tax advantage. There has to be so you make the mandis, you completely make them useless. You BSNLize them. So that's what is going to happen.
कम से कम अगर किसान को कम से कम भी नहीं मिलेगा, उसकी गारंटी भी सरकार नहीं देगी, तो किसान बचेगा कैसे?
So the way forward would be really to evolve local solutions for both procurement and distribution. So both MSP and procurement could be strengthened and expanded in a decentralized manner, with procurement absolutely at the farm gate. That should be promoted are those of collectivization and cooperatization rather than corporatization and consolidation as they are today.